Velvet Vows and Bloodstained Promises. Chapter 10, Blood in the Walls, Light in the Ruin. Night fell too fast, like the mansion itself was holding its breath. Lena stood near the window, watching the grounds below. Security lights cut across the gardens in slow sweeps. Shadows moved where they shouldn't. This time, everyone was expecting it. That made it worse. Behind her, Adrian stood still. Not pacing, not speaking, just watching her like he was waiting for something he already feared. "You should leave the window," he said quietly. Lena didn't turn. Another attack. A pause. Possibly. That single word carried too much weight. Lena finally faced him. "You knew this would escalate." His jaw tightened. "I knew it would not end quietly." "That's not the same thing." Silence. Then Adrian stepped closer. Not invading, not rushing, just closing distance like gravity had decided it. "You should be underground," he said. "I should be at home," she shot back. Something flickered in his eyes. Not irritation, something strained. "I cannot undo where you are," he said quietly. "That's your answer for everything." A pause. Yes, that honesty again. It always disarmed her more than lies would have. A loud alarm suddenly blared through the mansion. Red lights flashed in distant corridors. Immediate chaos. But controlled. Always controlled. Adrian moved instantly. "Stay here," he ordered. Lena shook her head immediately. "No." His gaze snapped to hers. "Dangerous now. Not angry. Focused. Lena, I'm not hiding while your house burns around me." A beat. Then Adrian did something he never did. He hesitated. Just for a second. That was enough. The doors below exploded open. The sound echoed through the mansion like thunder breaking glass. Footsteps. Fast. Close. Adrian turned sharply. "Now," he said, voice lower, "you stay behind me or you don't stay alive." That was the first time he had said it like that. Not suggestion, not protection, truth. Lena moved. Immediately. Downstairs erupted into motion. Men shouted. Shadows collided. Adrian pulled her through a side corridor, moving faster now, controlled urgency replacing calm restraint. "You have a safe exit route," he said sharply. "I'm not leaving you," she replied without thinking. That made him glance at her. Just briefly. Something broke through the mask. Frustration. Fear. Something deeper. "That is not a decision you get to make," he said. Another explosion shook the hall behind them. They stopped at a locked steel door. Adrian pressed his palm to the panel. It clicked open. Inside, a narrow passage. Dim. Old. Hidden. Lena froze slightly. "This is planned." Yes. He didn't lie. He never lied. That was the worst part. They stepped inside. The noise outside dulled instantly. But not enough. Voices echoed through the mansion. Someone shouted Adrian's name. Not his men. Not loyal. Lena felt it instantly. "Inside job," she whispered. Adrian nodded once. Cold. Final. Yes. They moved deeper into the passage. "Intel." A voice came from behind them. Slow. Familiar. One of his men. But wrong. Too calm. "I always wondered when you'd bring her down here." Adrian stopped immediately. Lena's stomach dropped. The man stepped into the dim light. Same uniform. Same insignia. But his eyes were empty of loyalty. Only ambition. "You were predictable," the man said lightly. Protective men always hide their weaknesses too close. Lena's breath caught. Adrian didn't move. "Not yet." "You," Adrian said quietly. The man smiled. "Me." Silence stretched. Then Adrian spoke again. "So it was you." The traitor shrugged. "Not just me." A pause. Then he looked at Lena. "You didn't think she'd survive this world, did you?" He said to Adrian. Bringing her in was sentimental. Something shifted in Adrian. Very slightly. Dangerously. The air changed. Lena felt it immediately. Adrian stepped forward half a step. And for the first time, his voice lost its calm edge. "You involved her." The man smiled wider. "We used her." That was it. Something snapped. Not loudly. Not dramatically. Silently. Adrian moved. Fast. Too fast. Lena barely saw it. Only the aftermath. The traitor hit the wall hard. Sound echoed. Everything went still. Adrian stood over him. Breathing controlled, but barely. "Don't," the man gasped, suddenly afraid now. "You'll lose control." Adrian grabbed him by the collar. And for the first time, his voice shook. Not from fear. From rage. "She was never yours to touch." Silence. Heavy. Absolute. The man's expression changed instantly. He realized something. Too late. Adrian wasn't just angry. He wasn't just protective. He wasn't just in control. He was attached. Dangerously. Irrevocably. Adrian let go. The man collapsed. Not dead, but finished. Adrian didn't look at him again. He turned immediately to Lena. And for the first time since she met him, he looked unguarded. Not the Mafia heir, not the monster, just a man standing in ruin. You're shaking, he said quietly. Lena didn't answer. She couldn't. Adrian stepped closer. Slower now. Careful, like approaching something fragile. I told you, he said softly, I would keep you safe. Her voice barely came out. You lost control. A pause. Then, I did. Honest. No denial. He stood closer now. Close enough that she could see it clearly. The exhaustion. The fear. Not for himself. For her. I cannot do this without you in danger, he admitted quietly. That sentence changed everything. Lena swallowed. Then don't do it alone. Silence. His eyes locked on hers. Something in him cracked open fully now. No control left to hide behind. You should hate me, he said quietly. Lena shook her head once. I tried. A breath. Then softer. It didn't work. That broke him more than anything else. Adrian stepped forward, then stopped just short, like he was still afraid of himself. I am not safe for you, he said. Lena looked up at him. Neither is the world you pulled me into. Silence. Heavy. Final. Then, she stepped forward instead, closing the distance. Adrian didn't move, didn't stop her, didn't breathe properly. Lena looked up at him. You keep protecting me, she whispered, like I'm something you can lose. A pause. Her voice softened. But I think you already have me. That was the moment everything stopped. The mansion, the chaos, the war outside, even him. Adrian's hand lifted slowly, carefully, like asking permission without words. Lena didn't move away, and when he finally touched her, it wasn't violence, it wasn't control, it was restraint breaking into something gentler. Something real, something dangerous. I don't know how to stop this, he admitted quietly. Lena's answer was barely a whisper. Then don't. Outside, sirens grew louder. Inside, everything else disappeared. And for the first time in his world of blood and power, Adrian chose something he could not control. Her.